In the vast stretch of uncharted space, a fleet of alien vessels hovered near the asteroid belt of an unknown system. The fleet belonged to the Zalorian Empire, a vast, technologically advanced race with a thirst for conquest. Their ships, sleek and heavily armed, had been searching for years for unclaimed worlds to annex. Their scanners had detected an anomaly in the asteroid belt, something hidden, something that shouldn't be there. To their surprise, the planet they had stumbled upon was not uninhabited. It was inhabited by humans who had been lost to the galaxy for centuries. The Zalorians, driven by both curiosity and the desire for power, quickly moved in to investigate. What they discovered would change the course of their empire forever. On the surface of the planet, in the rolling hills of a secluded valley, an ancient human colony lay hidden beneath layers of forgotten time. Its buildings, though weathered, stood strong, untouched by the advances of any other species. To the naked eye, it seemed like a relic, an outpost from an era long gone. But the Zalorians had advanced scanners, capable of peeling back the layers of time itself. Their sensors scanned the landscape, revealing structures hidden beneath the surface, long abandoned and buried in secrecy. There were records here, data encrypted with human technology older than anything the galaxy had seen. Intrigued, the Zalorian command ship deployed a team of elite soldiers to investigate. As they descended into the valley, the Zalorians were met with eerie silence. There were no signs of life, no movement, just the remnants of a forgotten civilization. The humans, it seemed, had vanished long ago, leaving behind only their architecture and data. "Begin the excavation," ordered Commander Threx, the leader of the Zalorian expedition. Their tools dug deep into the earth, uncovering sealed chambers that had not seen light for centuries. The deeper they went, the more they uncovered, an underground network full of advanced machinery, technology far beyond anything the Zalorians had ever encountered. Yet it wasn't the technology that stunned them. It was something more. The human colony, though abandoned, was far from empty. Inside the deepest chamber, a colossal structure of metal and glass stood, seemingly a ship, but unlike anything the Zalorians had seen. It was sleek, almost alive in its design, with pulsating energy running through its core. At first glance, it looked like nothing more than an unfinished project, a ship that had been abandoned mid-construction. But there was something about it, something familiar, yet impossible to understand. Commander Threx moved closer to the ship, his eyes scanning its intricate design. The ship was unlike anything the Zalorians had ever created. Its hull was forged from materials that were unknown to them, and its power core was unlike anything they had ever seen. It hummed with quiet energy, almost as though it were waiting, expecting something. Threx approached cautiously, his mind racing. "Activate the internal systems," he ordered his team. The moment the command was given, the ship's systems whirred to life. Lights flickered, holograms appeared, and data streams filled the room. But nothing could prepare the Zalorians for what happened next. A voice, human but not, echoed through the chamber. "System online. Humanity's protection system activated. Warning. Unauthorized entry detected." The room fell silent. The voice was not just a warning. It was a command that resonated deep within their minds. "What is this?" Threx whispered, his hand trembling as he reached for a control panel. He activated a nearby terminal, and the information began to flood in. The data was incomprehensible at first, but as the Zalorians deciphered it, a chilling truth emerged. The ship, this massive structure, was not a relic. It was a weapon created not just to protect the humans, but to ensure the survival of their species against any threat. The ship's core was designed to harness energy on a scale unimaginable to the Zalorians. It was a self-sustaining, planet-destroying weapon, and it was primed and ready for activation. And there was more. The ship's logs revealed something even more astounding. The humans had known of the galaxy's threat. They had been aware of the growing empires, the conquerors, and the invaders. They had built this ship and others like it as a failsafe, a final deterrent. a response to any who dared threaten their world. The Zalorians were not the first to discover this hidden system. Over the years, they had encountered other empires, smaller, weaker, yet still formidable, that had tried to invade Earth. Each time, they had been met with annihilation. The humans had wiped them out before they even had the chance to strike. Threx's eyes widened in horror. The ship was not just a defense, it was a force of nature capable of eradicating entire fleets, entire empires with a single pulse. What have we uncovered? One of the Zalorian soldiers muttered, their voice shaking. Threx's mind raced. The implications were staggering. The humans were not just a lost species. They were a species with power, a power that could wipe out the greatest empires in the galaxy. It wasn't just their technology that was advanced. It was their strategic foresight, their ability to build something so devastating that no one could challenge them. For a moment, Threx considered the possibility of taking the ship, using it, to further the Empire's conquest. But as the voice echoed once again, a reminder rang out. Unauthorized entry detected. System defense activated. Suddenly, the ship's core flared to life, and the energy within it surged. The Zalorians scrambled to retreat, but it was too late. The ground beneath them began to tremble. The ship's energy field erupted, sending shockwaves throughout the entire valley. The Zalorians had unknowingly activated the ship's self-defense system. Before they could react, the ship released a pulse of energy so powerful, so concentrated, that it obliterated the entire Zalorian expedition in an instant. The valley was silent once again. The human colony, long forgotten, had defended itself. Once more. Back on the distant worlds of the galaxy, the discovery of the human colony remained a whispered secret. The Zalorian fleet, once so confident, was lost. The galaxy had learned a terrifying truth. Humanity was not weak, nor forgotten. They had built their defenses in secret, waiting, always ready, and what the aliens unearthed left them stunned. There were more weapons like it. Earth was not the last stop, it was the beginning.